Hello and welcome to the second in our series of the Clarinet Companion website. Last time we talked about how to put the clarinet together safely without causing it any damage, up to the point of putting the barrel on, and today we're going to discuss the mouthpiece, how to put it on the clarinet and how to use it. Now it's very simple to put the clarinet onto the mouthpiece. We just push it onto the top like so, and we make sure that the flat part of the mouthpiece is in line with the long key here, the hole and the thumb rest. And normally that is how I would have the clarinet together when I started to put the reed onto the mouthpiece ready for playing. However, for the purposes of this demonstration I'm going to take the mouthpiece off with the barrel attached, because it's easier to handle mainly, and just show you what I'm doing. Now, the first thing we need is the reed. Now I recommend using a Van Doren 1.5 strength 1.5 for beginners, and they come in a simple sleeve plastic container like this, and to take it out you just pull it out sideways like that. Now obviously there are other reeds on the market. Whichever reed you buy, make sure that when you remove it from the case that you don't damage the tip. The tip is very delicate. If you have a look at that, it's very thin, it's very easily broken, and some makes of cases I find are actually, it's very easy to break the reed in the case, so be very careful when you take it out, and always hold the reed by the thick end. Now before the reed is ready to use, it has to be soaked. Now you've got two options for that. You can either soak it in a cup of water while you put your instrument together, or as I generally do, I soak it in my saliva by putting the reed in my mouth, like so. Now I usually take the reed out first, put it in my mouth, put the clarinet together, and by the time the clarinet is together the reed is soaked enough, ready to play, and I just put it onto the mouthpiece. Now to place the reed on the mouthpiece, we take the flat part of the reed and lay it on the flat part of the mouthpiece like so. Now you want to be careful and position the reed so that it's level with the tip and even down both sides. It takes a little bit of practice to get this right. I've been doing this for so long now that I just do it without even thinking about it, and that's it in position. Now obviously we need something to hold the reed onto the mouthpiece, and that's where the ligature comes in. Now I've got two types of ligature to show you today. This is the most common kind of ligature, and it's the kind of ligature you very frequently get with a beginner's clarinet. When you put it onto the mouthpiece, be very careful not to catch the tip of the reed with the thin metal of the ligature. You have to place it over the reed very carefully. Now this kind of ligature, we undo the screws with the right hand and pull the ligature down onto the reed like so, and then tighten up the screws so that the reed is held on. If you just gently push it either side of the reed, that should hold the reed onto the mouthpiece. Now other types of ligature come where we've only got one screw, and that's the type of ligature I normally use. This is a Van Doren ligature. It's much more expensive than the other type of ligature, and it only has one screw. It's much easier to put on, and it's a much better ligature for holding your reed on. So I've put the ligature on, and we can see that securely holds the reed in place. Now just a little word about how the reed works. The noise that we make on the clarinet is produced by the vibration of the reed going up and down against the tip of the mouthpiece. Now this can easily be seen. It's not very easy to see on the video, so what I suggest you do is, if you get your clarinet into this condition and take it up, place it close to a mirror, and then do what I'm going to do, and you'll see the vibration of the reed quite clearly. Now I'll just demonstrate that. It's rather an unpleasant sound. Now I'm producing that sound by actually sucking rather than blowing at this point, because I'm sucking air through the mouthpiece. And there we get the vibration of the reed. It's very unpleasant sound at the moment. Now, to make the noise on the clarinet, we have to get that reed vibrating with the reed in our mouth. So what we do is we put our bottom lip slightly over our teeth like that. the reed on the bottom lip, top teeth on the mouthpiece, about a centimetre onto the mouthpiece. You might find you have to go a little bit further or a little bit less. It depends on the type of mouthpiece you've got. And then we close our lips around. When we close our lips around, we want to seal our lips and try and straighten our lower jaw in a kind of position like this. It's very strange to do to start with, and if you can't get it absolutely right, don't worry about it. The most important thing is, when you're doing this, is to look out for 2 pink triangles in your bottom lip. You don't want your bottom lip to be too far out, but equally you don't want to swallow it like so. That'll muffle the reed. So, now you can see the sound is getting an awful lot more pleasant. And if I put it onto the clarinet, this becomes the characteristic clarinet sound. Now, that's all I'm going to say about the actual embouchure and production of the note, as in the next video I'll be covering that in more detail.